What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Grown Up Podcast. You already know we talk about that grown up shit. We talk about life here. And I know it's been a minute. I know I didn't post last week. And then I also, when I did post, I told you guys that I was going to be posting every week. Well, every time it seems like I'm about to get on a nice posting schedule, life just kicks me in the ass and I got to reset. So I came up with this idea that I'll probably be posting. The new schedule will be every other week with, of course, still the Now interviews incorporated in there. So if you're tuning in to the episode for this week, this will be the final regular podcast episode for this month. And then, of course, I still got that Naturally on a Wave episode for you guys for the Naturally on a Wave Spotlight Artist for this month. So make sure you guys watch out for that. Stay tuned to the end. I'm going to drop some music so you guys can check him out. And that's it. So that's all the announcements. I got that mouthful out. So let's get into the episode today. I'm so glad to be ending off this month's Grown Up Podcast episode with a guest. And I'm so happy that he finally kept reaching out to me and my lazy ass got up and got here on the mic. So I'm happy he's joining me today. And Willie, how you doing, man? Welcome to the podcast. I'm good. Of course. I'm glad that you're interested in wanting to be on here and let me pick your brains a little bit and let the audience into a different perspective. And so I'm happy and glad that you're here. So Willie told me it's whatever I want. He said it's whatever, you know what I'm saying? We could talk about whatever. So I threw, he said it, so I'm gonna do it. So
I'm scared now.
No need to be scared here. We open and we honest here on the Grown Up Podcast, and we don't push you to your limits. So we gonna go easy. So today we gonna peek a little bit into Willie's life, but also kind of just talk a little bit about the times of being a millennial and being a grown-up right now, because things are really, really tough. And I know things that growing up I used to definitely think was going to happen, that I was going to do in adulthood or do differently or whatever the case may be, is certainly not going the way that I intended to. And I'm really learning that it's really a fucking learning experience every second, every minute of every day. And so, I just wanted to talk about that and kind of what you're experiencing as, a millennial in your adulthood. And so let's just kick it off. I have my first question here is, how has it been for you being a millennial and just trying to survive adulthood so far?
I think I'm just trying to take it day by day.
Yes.
I think we just all have to figure out life for ourselves. Most of the time we try to take advice from everyone of how they took life on, but I think we just have to figure it out for ourselves. And once we, figure that out, we can, it's like a much easier breeze from there.
Hell yeah. I agree. I'm definitely learning that a lot of this shit is figured out by yourself. Like everything that my parents told me, or just anyone who's much older tried to explain to me, does not go with the times now. Like it just doesn't at all. Like what are some of the things that was told to you that just doesn't fit at all?
To be honest, I feel like almost everything, like the times have changed like so much to where most basic advice is good, but I feel like the advice that our parents try to give now is not relevant to the times of now. So much different.
Agreed.
We have to fight more than they did. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And it's funny, like I wrote down, I feel like most days I'm drowning and other days I'm just like doggy paddling till I can find an island to take a break from swimming in like these deep world waters, because it's so much to consume every single day. And it's so exhausting. Like I was just telling you before I hit record here that I damn near took the whole day today to sleep. Like it's getting to the point where, and this is crazy because I was only out of the house for like 2 days. You know, I've been in the house just, you know, as I told you guys, a lot of shit has just been happening to me. So I just been in the house and really trying to, you know, gather my thoughts and reset and take this shit day by day, like you said. And I only went out 2 days and it was like packed, like from morning to night, we're just out. And today I was like, yeah, this is going to be my 3rd day. I'm going to be outside. Like, it's good. Hell no. I woke up today. I was like, fuck this. Like, I'm just going to eat and sleep my day away. I need multiple days to just fucking sleep. Like, it's crazy. It's real tough. So what has been some of your biggest challenges that you've had to face so far?
Just like in adulthood?
Yeah. And what got you through them?
Well, I wouldn't say exactly that I'm already like got over them, but I would say just like my ignorance. Like, you know, I take constructive criticism well, but I'm also ignorant. Like I said, I do like to figure out things for myself. Even when I'm wrong, I just like to get the experience. But I think that's one of my biggest downfalls. But other than that, I think that's it.
I think a lot of us millennials are kind of like that. Like we're like, you know, we still kind of know a lot more, and especially because we have to figure out a lot of this all over. Like not even 5% of what they've told us applies to now. Like it's literally the entire from the beginning, everything that we've been taught besides the basics has just changed, and we have to kind of form a new meaning for it now. And it's funny, I was just talking about it today with my girlfriend. She's like, no one does like a cookout or like a barbecue anymore. Like it's not like, hey, we're gonna barbecue and, you know, you guys bring friends and, you know, we're gonna have a big old barbecue. That's not something that's so common. And us as millennials kind of have to see something like that and see that as something that's missing and figure out how to bring that back and incorporate that. But it's so hard because now gas prices are damn near fucking $6. Like what in the fuck? I know I've been talking about gas prices like the past couple episodes, but y'all, like,
no, it definitely needs to be talked about, because I was looking at an old picture from like, I don't know, probably like middle school or something, and the gas price literally said like $2.50, and I was so shocked because it was just like that big of a difference from then to now.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Exactly. And we were like, couldn't wait to get our cars, and we was like, yep, shit, we finna be mobbing, it's all good. Now we facing the real realities of having a car. And this is no joke. Like, wait a minute, I can ride with 30 miles of gas because I'm just going up the way. Like this shit, I'm really learning and experiencing shit that I'm just like, what in the fuck? You know, like just what in the fuck? Like I have a ton of those moments. I don't know if you have any of those moments, but I have a ton of what in the fuck? Like I don't even know where to begin to either fix this or change it or create something new, because it's also a little bit harder in these times because everyone's kind of like on social media, and you know, it's the attention not so much so like community wise and really, you know, being open to people and stuff. And so I don't know, I think adulthood is really just been different for so many people. And so I don't know if you felt prepared entering adulthood, but I felt not so prepared. So if you did feel prepared, how how prepared did you feel to enter adulthood? And has the journey been like one lesson after the other? So like frequently, or has it been like stretched out to where you're really able to kind of sit with these lessons and, you know, dig into them and really make them one for you to be able to take those steps of changing and being and growing, you know?
Right. I think I was, you know, like trained correctly from my parents, but, you know, I have to think sometimes like, you know, they were growing up at the same time, not at the same time as me, but like they were also learning what I was learning, you know, and at the same time they were trying to teach me. Mm-hmm. So I just have to go off of what I know and then what my parents taught me. But like I said, like I just try to figure out everything by myself. And then I just figure out once I get to that point, it's on me and not to, you know, blaming my parents at that point, because it's all me.
Yeah. I think that's the tough thing too, is like we're making all these decisions. We can't blame it on nobody but ourselves. You know, we're
and then it's also like, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
It's also like mental health is at an all-time high right now, and you have to think about it. Back then, our parents didn't have the resources we have now. Like I didn't start hearing about mental health until probably 2 or 3 years ago. Like, you know, it wasn't like a big as a topic as it was back in the day.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that 100%. Same. Like I wouldn't even imagine myself saying that I had mental health issues or, you know, even, you know, and I've seen it growing up in my family, like people who've had mental health, but you never think that, you know, you're going to have any. You're like, whatever, especially in the Black community. It's like your therapy doesn't exist. That's not a thing. Mental health is not a thing. Like you just got to keep going, keep pushing. Like, God. God. Yeah, exactly. And if you're not,
like I get it, but like I don't at the same time. It's like, if I'm angry and depressed, God is the last thing I want to hear about, you know? Like, like be transparent. Like, you know, like what if I wasn't a Christian? Do you just have no advice to give to me? You know, it's kind of like weird. So it's kind of just like, you know, like be transparent and talk about the past, you know, traumatic situations you've been through, because like I said, they didn't have mental health resources back in the day. So it's kind of like you're helping me and I'm helping you at the same time.
Right, exactly.
The baby boomers don't get it, so
they really don't. It's like what God went through. I can't really relate because he's God, you know? Like I need to be able to relate to someone who is physically, I can see, who's also experienced this life that we're going through currently right now. Like I need to know those type of stories. That way I can really understand. I can't really understand from a scripture from the Bible from 200,000 years ago. I don't understand that. I get you. I get you. Totally makes sense. Yeah, we definitely got a lot to sift through. Like we got a lot to, but we're making progress though. I'm proud of us. We digging in.
Yeah, for sure.
So do you or did you have dreams that you were like, I'm going after these, and you're trying to pursue them right now in your adulthood, but you keep having setbacks?
I would say, to be honest, I feel like my dream right now is to just become, I don't want to be famous. I just want to be like some type of social media influencer. So I feel like that is my dream right now, but life happens. So I just got to take it one step at a time and just, you know, understand that, you know, if it is a setback, it's all a part of the journey. And then I just have to keep reminding myself that. I was just telling my friend the other day, I was telling her, like, I love the process, you know, like I understand there's going to be a joyful moment in the end, but I just love the process. Like if I do have a breakdown, you know, it's fine. It's not fine in that moment, but I just have to understand that it's all, you know, a part of this whole journey I'm supposed to go through. So
I agree.
I just try to take it all in and understand that once.
Yeah, I agree 100%. That's something I think I've talked about here on the podcast is like, yeah, getting to that point where everything's all good and you got the money or whatever it is that you wanted to achieve in the end.
Right.
That's awesome and great. But now
Yeah.
you have no no journey, no,
Yeah.
none of these experience that you gain, none of these lessons that you gain, none of these connections and people that you gain along the way. Like all of that has stopped because you've reached that point. And now it's just like, that's how people get lonely quick, and the mental health starts to set in quicker because you're enjoying the journey and the experience of getting there. And that's the reason why I love this podcast so much, is because although I started from the bottom, and these days are so rough, like so rough, and especially doing this while transitioning, it's extremely hard, and I can't wait to get to that ending. But I also love this journey, like this journey of going through the motions, the ups, the downs, the lessons, the mistakes. Like it's all an amazing experience, and taking it in and really understanding it takes another level for us. Like that's what I'm saying. I'm so proud of us. Like we're on a whole nother wavelength, like to take that in and be able to understand that the journey is really about the journey. You know what I'm saying? Like we're on a whole nother wavelength. I'm proud of us, so
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate you for, sharing that. So, you said that you want to kind of be a social media influencer. So how has social media played a role in your adult life? Because I know for me, it's hard for me to be on social media while trying to live my life, because I feel like it contributes so negatively to my mental health. But I know others, it's extremely different, So has it helped you? Has it hurt? Or has it healed? And what I mean by all three of those is help meaning by career-wise or staying connected to people, hurt meaning mentally draining and contributing to like fear of missing out type of thing, or healing meaning it doesn't really affect you in any kind of way that the first two do, but you use it to just kind of take a load off and really use it to, have a good laugh.
I would say a mixture of helping and healing, because like I do mukbangs on YouTube and stuff, and I'm starting to base more on Instagram. So I think it's definitely helped me with like exposure, doing like more collabs with more foodies and everything. So it's definitely helped me in that way. But the healing part, I don't think it really like it's not something that, takes or breaks me. Like it's not if I don't go to Instagram, I'm going to die. Or if I do get on Instagram, it's like, I'm bored.
Yeah.
Like, it's nothing like that. I just get on to stay updated with everything. And, most of my family is on there. So, yeah.
Yeah. I feel you. Yeah. For me, like I was kind of saying, is like social media has kind of been a real hinder on me. And I've noticed that. And I try so hard to be on it because I have to, because of the podcast, there's no way, there's no way I can shy away from it in that aspect. But as far as really just incorporate it in just my life, like I'm not on it as much, and I know people notice that, but it's like, hey, I mean, if I rather choose having a better mental health than, making it worse, I'd rather have it better and not be on it, and only use it when I really, really need to. But
for sure.
Yeah, I think social media is such a tricky thing though, because for a long time it was really great, at least like when we were younger, but now it's just changed because there's so much more. It's so much more than what it used to be, because it used to be about just connecting and really staying connected with friends, family, and different people that you end up connecting with, like if you're trying to start a career or whatever that may be. But now it's, it's activism, it's it's all these things in social media, and you're trying so hard to, maybe like some people want to be closed off, and some people want their voices to be heard, and some just want the connecting and to be, there's so many different things. And I think social media is so hard to be on for some people, and like me, who don't really know what lane to fit in when it comes to social media. I think that's kind of my thing. I don't really know what lane to fit in. Like, I'm not really an influencer like you, but I'm also not like, I love taking pictures and I love seeing videos of myself, and how did you kind of come to that like conclusion of being an influencer? Because I would love to pick your brains of that.
It actually took me a while, because I was on my page, and I just noticed it was like a whole bunch of like junk, just like pictures I didn't want there, something I just posted right away. And now I just try to pay attention to, what I want to post and what order I want to post it. If I want to post something for my business, I'll throw it on there. If I want something personal, I'll just throw it on there. And then I just try to, my thing back in the day when like Instagram first came out was like, okay, how many likes am I going to get? The thing with Instagram. And I think a lot of people do struggle with that, because it is a really big downfall. I mean, it's not really I wouldn't call it like an attention whore thing. It's kind of like I don't know what to call it. Like like a judgment zone. Like, like a safe judgment zone. Yeah. But, I just try to not pay attention to the likes. I just try to like keep the Instagram. I try to look at it as my Instagram is for me. And, it's my personal little like Dropbox page or something.
Okay, all right. Maybe I'll kind of adopt that mindset a little bit. Cause see, I don't really. Of course, I just stay in my lane. I stay in my head. I don't really anywhere. I don't speak to people on how it is that they think about their social medias, because I only see it, my way. And so, that makes sense. And I think also, like you said, I'm probably still stuck in that like realm, that it has to be likes and things like that, and like you said, that is definitely a huge detrimental thing, especially for someone who is attempting to be an influencer in a way, but I'm not really trying to do that on social media. I'm doing that through podcasting, but it's kind of all the same thing. So I definitely appreciate that perspective, and I'm definitely going to incorporate that and adopt that on my end. So thank you. All right. So do you think that it's easier to think about life day to day, or do you think always having a plan and sticking to it is better? Because I've done kind of both.
Yeah, like I was going to say, it depends on the situation. But I just try to live it day by day. Like I said, we're all just trying to figure out things for ourselves. So I just try to, just every day, just take everything in, and just try to learn from it. Or if not, just, keep in the back of my mind that it was a mistake and keep going. I just try to keep pushing. Yeah.
I definitely feel that, because I have a ton of those days where I'm like, fuck, this shit, I just want to go under a rock, and just sit there and just sit there. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do anything. I don't need TV. I don't need nothing. I just want to fucking sit there, because it's all too much. And I'm definitely turning into trying to do the day by day thing. I was kind of a plan. I need a plan. I need to stick to something that's gonna seem like an outcome. But I think in these times, definitely going day by day is so much easier and
for sure
less stressful, because you don't have to think about so much. And I think a lot of people should adopt trying to take life a day at a time, a moment at a time, an experience at a time, because it's so much better and easier to take that in and less stressful, and I think this episode is a good one for the people. You know what I mean? We're gonna get some on some ears today.
Right.
So, do you feel like the older you get that you care about fame, or do you feel like you care about fame like the same as you did as a kid? Like not as much, but you still want to get there, because I feel like fame is such a tricky thing nowadays, because I feel like now we see actually what fame is, because we're now able to peer more into their lives, like with social media and things like that. But how do you feel about it now?
I think there's there's so many like different versions of fame. Like there's like fame to where like, you have no contact with no one, you have all this money and you're on, this island. But the fame I want, well, I don't really want fame, but the type of fame I want is like, I want to be, like I said, I want to be a social media influencer, but I don't want to be like too famous to where, no one can reach out to me. I feel like once I get to that point, I'm going to have like a big story to tell. Yeah. So that's part of like the biggest reason I want, some type of exposure.
Yeah.
Or, no matter how.
Yeah.
So it just, just depends. But I do want some type of, I'm not, like craving the exposure, but I'm just saying,
yeah,
it'll help.
I feel you. Of course. Yeah, I feel you. I feel the same way. Like I don't want billions and billions. I don't want everyone to know me, but some people is nice. And I don't know if, of course, I'll be doing the podcast forever, but for the time being, or for the time being of whatever type of influence thing that we're doing, that we do have an influence doing it, that is what I would like to take from it, is that I'm actually making a difference, or whatever, like making some type of impact. It doesn't even have to be a difference. It's some impact. I'm able to impact somebody, and change their perspective, or give them a different perspective, or help them through something, or help them relate to me, and whatever that is, I would just love to see that outcome. And so I appreciate you for coming on here and joining me today. Is there anything that you would like to say, or any people you want to give a quick shout out to, or anything that you would like to talk about here on the podcast?
Not really anything I want to talk about, but shout out to you for having me. It's been a long time since we talked.
Definitely.
But yeah, my Instagram, I do mukbangs on Instagram, so you guys can follow me at Willie Duncan 16. More content coming soon. I need to get back to it, but probably next month. Hoping.
All right. Well, we gonna follow you. Your link will be in the description, and I'll make sure everyone go and DM him and tell him get on it, okay, so that he can have some encouragement. You know what I'm saying? To get on his stuff, and I'm gonna get on my stuff. Y'all DM me, get on my stuff, and we both gonna be posting. And we gonna get this influencing thing together. And thank you so much again for joining me today. And I appreciate you. Like I said, y'all make sure y'all go and follow him. Go and check out his mukbangs. I've never really watched mukbangs, but I did watch yours. You funny as hell.
Thank you.
You funny as hell. You definitely make the video enjoyable to watch. So I'm gonna just say that. So now that's a little bite for y'all, a little teaser for y'all. Go ahead and bite that. Go follow him, check him out, and we're gonna have him back here on the podcast, definitely, because he's amazing. And I appreciate you again for reaching out.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. And y'all already know this is the Grown Up Podcast. Y'all stick around for the Naturally on the Wave Spotlight Artist for this month. His name is Talib the Vibe. Y'all don't go nowhere. I appreciate y'all. and we out of here.
Bye.
Some nights I've been looking for hits. I've been writing, I've been crying, I've been finding myself. Some nights I've been searching for peace. Living line, people dying, many parties and shells. Can you tell me now, am I under trap? Every other night we burn and raise loud. Is it by design? Is it my desire? Is it for the pain we get and live now? Your fire. Can I make you stay? Can you feel this fire? Can you feel this pain? Can I still survive if I don't feel pain? Is it truth or a lie? I still feel pain, but the vibe will ride with me. Got the light that will spark with me. Got my shine right by with me. Got my bullet from the back, got the rollie from the back. Can I feel your vibe? But I won't delay. I won't waste no time. Tell me what you say. Said I brought my progress to you. I brought my progress to you. Even though that it wasn't cool, why would I tell you the truth? Said girl, I confided in you. I stuck my problems to you. Took my problems and keep it cool. Now that it's what I do, never complain. And it keep me safe. Now I don't feel pain. No, you can't deny. No, this can't be a lie that you told me lie. Every day that I wake, I've been walking for money. Every day I'm okay. Every day not okay. Anybody tell me shit, I just put it in a hay. If it wasn't for the nights, if it wasn't for the day, when I wake up in the morning and I see a little bit, I know my place could be really out. Right now I sing, but we're really vibing. Can I feel your fire? Can I make you stay? Can you feel this fire? Can you feel this pain? Can I still survive if I don't feel pain? Is it truth or a lie? Will I still feel pain? If I don't feel pain, is it truth or a lie? Will I still feel pain?